obey it or disobey it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so in Islamic theology, we would call that universal will. Okay.
Universal will.
Yes.
Right. So when we look at that hadith, right, where it says that adultery is fixed,
Yes.
what is that? Because that according to you, from what I see of your own understanding,
Yeah.
that is Allah fixing evil to a person.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
By the
Okay.
way, it adds that a man cannot escape.
I don't disagree with that.
fixing, by the way.
Yeah.
Because you're forgetting the other type of will that we affirm, which is the legislative will.
So
It has nothing to do with fixing.
whatever.
So
The-
we agree. Allah
No.
fixed everything, our good deeds and bad deeds. But
So then,
did
what are
God-
you judged for?
Right, we are judged for what we've been legislated.
What you done for your free will?
There you go.
So-
you're not accountable where you're born, which country you're born. That's Allah fixed that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not hold you accountable
No,
for
no,
things
no.
that's
No,
not
but
related
I don't
to-
care about where we're
No,
born.
you asked me the question.
But
Let me
it's
answer.
the adultery.
Let me
Adultery's
answer.
got.
I know,
Okay.
but we in Islam, we have more nuance than yours. Yours is more simplistic. So in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decreed and fixed everything. But we divide, there's a legislative will that God told us to do good and stay away from evil. That's what we'll be held accountable. But what Allah will not hold us accountable are things that is not within our control. For example, where you're born, what ethnicity you come
Is
from.
adultery widhin our control?
Yes, exactly. So adultery.
that's
I
it.
know, okay, I'll get to that.
sorry.
I'll get to that. In terms of adultery, yes, God, because God allowed for adultery to happen, right? He fixed it, but he didn't legislate the humans to commit adultery.
Okay, what's the difference between fixing and legislation?
Fixing legislation.
Yeah.
No, God fixed everything from his legislation and universal related rule.
Okay, so there's no difference between fixing and legislation.
No, there is a difference.
Okay, so what is the
God-
difference?
Okay, the difference is God fixed all of our actions, whether it's good or bad actions.
How can we be judged for that then?
Okay, you'll only be judged for the things that you've been told to do or not to do. That's the legislative rule.
So if a Muslim, someone who's following, let me finish. If a Muslim is following Islam
Yes.
and they commit adultery,
Yes.
what does that happen? Like what happens when it turns into? Will Allah say no? According to the Hadith, in which the Prophet said that adultery has been fixed to a man and he cannot escape it,
Yeah.
you're not going to be judged for that. You'll be judged for something else because. I take it in Islam, adultery is a sin,
Yeah.
and you're commanded not to do that. Yet you are fixed to do it.
Yeah, but you fail to understand the distinction. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala legislated the humans not to commit adultery. But because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had prior knowledge and he pre-written and that he created, right? He knew and he decreed this will happen. But that does not mean that the human who committed adultery is immune from responsibility, because he's conscious that Allah legislated him, commanded him not to commit adultery. But Allah already fixed it because he knew from his prior knowledge, and he willed and he permitted for that to happen. And that he pre-written 50,000 years before the creation of the heavens and the earth.
Okay,
so
so
you'll only be accountable for the things that has been legislated on you. You will not be accountable for the things that is not within your control. For example, natural disasters.
wait, okay,
or where you're born.
so go back to this. So go back to this Muslim that's now standing in judgment in front of Allah.
Yes.
He's committed adultery.
Yes.
Where does
no
that-
excuse. No excuse.
No excuse.
Because the person would say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command me to not to commit adultery, and I did it.
But why can't
justice will
but why
prevail.
can't the person say, Allah, your prophet said that you fixed adultery to me? Is that not a case
No.
he can make?
Okay. The reason why, because you know that you are conscious of committing adultery when it was materialized.
What can conscious
So
man
therefore-
do against the fixing of Allah?
hang on. Would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hold you accountable for actions, that you haven't done?
Yes, he would.
No, from your perspective, not from Allah's perspective, from your perspective. Would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hold you accountable, for the things that you haven't done yet, from our perspective? If I haven't committed adultery yet, Allah will not hold you accountable at that point.
No, but that doesn't
Allah
matter.
will
That doesn't
hold you
matter. That doesn't matter
accountable
because
at the
no,
point
that
of
doesn't
the
matter.
adultery being-
Wait, that doesn't matter because if his knowledge is infinite,
Yes.
that means, and you're saying is not, and that is fixed.
Right.
Before time has occurred, to Allah you have sinned. Yes.
In his perspective.
So
yes.
you sinned. There's no escape for you.
But are you conscious you committed sin?
Why does your consciousness matter?
Okay, so are you saying
if it doesn't matter because
so at the time when you were born, did you know that you're going to commit adultery?
that doesn't matter though.
No, it does matter.
It doesn't.
Because look, this is why you have to look at the two sides of the coin. From Allah,
Who is the judge? I'm not the one that's
Allah is the
getting
judge.
judged.
Look,
Right.
Wait. From Allah's perspective, He already knows you're going to do this. But from the human perspective, you don't know you're going to do this. But you only know you're going to do this until you have done it.
Okay.
That's why you'll be accountable.
So you've got knowledge, but then we've also got fixed
Knowledge of who?
No. You're using the knowledge of Allah.
Real quick, that hadith about him saying that Allah will never judge you for something you haven't done. Reason we do.
What's it? Sahih Muslim. So that's what Sahih Muslim 2662. Aisha, the mother of the believers, said that Allah's messenger was called to lead the funeral prayer of a child. Okay, I know this one. Yeah.
But He allowed it.
Allah's messenger. Wait, hold on. So according to your perspective, Allah's messenger, there is happiness for this child who is a bird from the birds of paradise. For it committed no sin, nor has reached the age when one can commit sin. He said, Aisha, peradventure, it may be otherwise, because God created for paradise those who are fit for it, while they are yet in their father's loins, and created for hell those who are to go to hell. He created them for hell while they were yet in their father's loins.
Okay.
That actually is more, that's in line with the fixing of adultery.
But how do you understand the term fixed here? I'll give you another hadith.
No.
There was a companion. There was a companion who asked the Prophet, "O Messenger of Allah, if Allah already knew we're going to do this action, should I carry on doing deeds?" And the Prophet, peace be upon him, yes, carry on doing good deeds. Because if Allah has decreed for your actions that will take you to paradise, He will lead you to committing good deeds.
But He
And
also
and if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decreed you for you to go to hell, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will point you to actions that will take you to hell. So we are compatibilists.
No, hold on. Hold on. I need to understand that. Even according to that hadith now,
Yes.
there are people within their father's loins, no choice now, that are decreed to go to hell. How can
No choice. Who told you that?
in their father's loins?
No. Again,
Sorry. No, hold on. Someone in their father's loins has choice. Is that what you're saying?
At the point
Answer my question.
No, at the point of responsibility.
Does someone in the loins have choice? Yes or no?
Right, what do you mean by choice here?
Bro.
No, I need you to clarify. What do you mean by choice?
Bro, are you,
Because humans.
does a child in someone's womb in their they said the father's loins, so it's still the sperm, bro.
One second. Choice here.
Yeah.
We believe that you'll only be accountable at the age of accountability.
But you just said differently.
If you die before.
But Muhammad just said differently. That hadith said differently.
Fixed here meaning in terms of the decree from the universal related will. That God knows this will happen. Not that God said, I allowed for adultery to take place and therefore I fixed it. He didn't
God
say that.
created for paradise
Yes.
those who are fit for it
Yes.
while they are yet in their father's loins, and created for hell those who are to go to hell.
Yes, and that's regarding
That's people, bro.
universe related will. You don't know the distinction, my brother. You don't know the distinction. This is why.
I could be lost.
No, this is why. If you're going to challenge on Islamic theology, you first have to understand our position.
But you're not. But there's no.
One second.
You're not giving a clear. Hold on.
I have. No. This shows to me.
I'll try and explain.
This shows to me that you're not sincere. Because I've already told you. I've already said we acknowledge that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala has two different types of will. Irada Shar'iyya.
But what you've said about.
Am I allowed to solidify my position first?
No, I do understand your position. What I'm trying.
No, you're not, because
Okay,
clearly
alright, okay.
you're strawmanning.
No, I'm not.
You're coming from your paradigm. Remember, you're doing internal critique, so you have to engage in my paradigm, not from your paradigm.
Yeah, what
is my paradigm regarding qadr?
You are saying that there is a universal decreed will,
Which is what?
which is what. Well, according to these hadiths,
No. I want you to tell me the general definition.
that God wills for us to do good.
No. You told me that. See, you haven't understood a single word.
Okay,
That's
go
why
on.
I'm wasting my time.
Okay, go on then.
That's why I'm wasting my time.
Okay, go on. Do it. You can go again.
Okay, we believe in two different types of will. The first is his legislative will. Allah willed, Allah decreed Allah commanded for the humans to do good and stay away from evil.
Did I say anything differently?
Wait, no, you have.
I said that.
I'll tell you what.
The first one was that Allah wills for people to do good.
Oh my days.
That was the first one. You just said.
I'm being it's general. I'm giving you specific definition, not the general definition. I'm giving you a specific definition.
Okay.
There's a legislative will, meaning whatever Allah legislated us, that is what we're going to be accountable. Okay? For example, Allah legislated us in the Quran and the Sunnah to worship none but Him. Don't associate partners with Him. Be good to your parents. Stay away from adultery. That is what we'll be accountable for.
Stay away or don't commit.
Stay away from adultery.
Stay away or don't commit.
Okay, yeah, are you playing semantics now?
I think it's quite important.
You know what? You're such a waste of time, man. You know what? Honestly, if you're going to play semantics with me, then I'm not going to waste my time.
No, but stay away gives you a room to say that.
Sorry, I
No, stay away or don't commit.
I don't talk to people who play semantics. I don't. Okay. Now you haven't understood our paradigm, and yet you want to challenge. Sorry, you're doing internal critique, and if you know what internal critique, I'm sorry, Vince. I'm very but you know, certain people, if you say that I fail to understand, please explain. I have respect for you. But the fact that you're still going on and still strawmanning my position, that shows you're not sincere. And as a humble individual, as an intellectual, did I say, you asked me a question about abrogated verses. What did I say? I don't know. I'm humble enough to say, in that particular question, I don't know. Let me do my research. I gave the answer to him. Whether he's satisfied or not, that's up to him. Agree?
Yeah.
So you have to have intellectual honesty. If you don't know certain things, say, I don't know, could you please explain? And if you ask me certain questions that I don't know about my own religion, I'm not going to misinform you, because I know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will hold me accountable. Why did you misguide, what's your name again?
Wes.
Why did you misguide Wes with false information?
Did he fix what you should misguide on me?
Yes, exactly.
He would fix what you should misguide on me.
Exactly.
Right?
So
what you would say to Allah is, but you fixed that I should misguide.
I'll tell you what. I'll have a discussion.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Wes, I'll have a discussion with you next week. I'm here every Sunday, if Allah wills, right? And what I want you to do, I really want you to study Qadr in Islam. And then first understand our position, then challenge our position. Do you agree with that? Shake my hand.
I can shake your hand to say that I enjoyed the conversation, but I don't know if I'm going to study on your.
Okay, then don't challenge. Then if you don't know our position,
you came here. You came into our conversation.
Speaker's corner, my friend.
So then why are you telling me I shouldn't challenge when you came here?
You got your Christian brother here.
No, but you came here into my conversation, right?
Did you tell me?
Rehan,
don't interrupt.
Fair point. Rehan,
no, but the point. I entertain you. You can't now tell me I shouldn't challenge. You came into this conversation.
But it's okay. But it's okay for you.
But it's okay for you to then challenge and say I shouldn't challenge.
It's okay for you to interrupt support, isn't it?
Huh?
Yeah, it's okay for you to interrupt support.
No, what?
Double standards.
How is that double standards?
Did I heckle?
I can even defend that. When support.
But he's right. That there was an ongoing conversation.
Okay, then I apologise.
That's fair. Shake hands on that. Shake hands on that. Thank you.
Okay, then I apologise.
That's fine.
Now, what I want you to do, I want you to study Qadr, know our position, know our Islamic position, and if you have any problem, any questions, come back to me.
Okay, I have
Is that fair?
I'll try. Yeah, I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can.
I got problems with counter. Come over here.
But your issue as well is on the predestination element of it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to.
David, learn your own religion.
Rehan, what's Allah judging you against?
Learn your own religion.
Rehan, what is Allah judging
I
you
already
against?
answered the question.
They're all over there.
Oh, sorry. Who's is it? Who's it?
What does Allah judge you against?
I don't know who the mics are.
Rehan,
Yeah, same.
I'm going to have a conversation with you.
What does Allah judge you against?
Follow on.
no
After when he's done his bit.
Yeah, no problem.
Rehan, what does Allah judge
Whose mics
you
are
against?
those?
How does he determine when
Okay,
you
I'm
go?
gonna put it on the floor or something.
Because from your hadith, it's arbitrary.
I think things just wrapping up now.
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
responsible for those mics.
Which cameras
What
are
are the labels? Come on.
Anyway, for the sake of the cameras, I just want to read the two hadiths.
Oh, Rehan,
So let me find.
get over here.
Okay, don't worry. I'll take them with me. And, yeah.
Rehan, get over here.
Oh, thank
What
you.
does
Thank you.
Allah judge you against?
All right. So, so I'll have a discussion with you next week. Yeah.
Why? You gonna run a
Do you have
study?
any questions? Come to me.
What about
Qadr?
about Qadr?
I got questions.
So I have to go do research about
Yeah,
that.
because you're not our paradigm.
Yeah, I do.
But I try to understand it.
No, you
by
might,
asking you questions.
You might misunderstood. But you didn't know the distinction.
You don't know
So-
them either.
Come back.
Yeah, but at least he's humble enough to admit that.
Exactly.
No, he didn't say he didn't know them. He claims he does know them.
If we don't know,
He
we'll say
keeps
we
saying
don't know.
universal will
Thank you.
and legislative
Vince
will.
knows
We
I'm
don't know
that
what
type
it
of
means.
individual.
But
I will not
it's-
deliberately win an argument for the sake of
Yeah,
misinformation.
you
I will
would.
never do that.
Yes, you would. You always do that.
Come back next week.
Come back next week, Wes.
Hey.
Look into legislative will.
I ain't got one. You want to do my hair?
Our position is
You wanna do my hair?
We're not hard determinist, and we're neither
Yes, you are.
libertarian. We're in between.
You're hard as
A hybrid.
Yes.
No, you're not.
But you can't distinguish between where the hybrid lies.
So that's why.
That's what I'm trying to get
Then
to.
look into next week.
No. If you're just admitting that you cannot actually distinguish between these two different frameworks,
No, I have.
how?
I have.
You have.
I
So
have.
then,
What's the answer?
so then tell us
Okay,
exactly.
let me give you the answer. When it comes to Qadr, Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, one of the great scholars, in his book he says that Qadr is one of the secrets of Allah. So I can't give you.
So it's unknown.
One second,
Appeal to
So it's
mystery.
unknown.
I love this.
1 second. No,
I love this.
No, what we believe in revealed theology. We only stick to what God and His Messenger told us.
But you
We don't go
guys never know
beyond
what kind of
that,
means.
Yeah? That applies the same.
Can you
with
find the other
Allah's
one that
attributes.
cannot escape?
Yeah. Wait,
Oh
one
yeah,
second,
absolutely,
one second.
absolutely.
That goes the same with Allah's attributes.
Can you put in
and names,
just a new tab?
Gotcha.
We affirm all of Allah's names and attributes that He revealed in the Quran
You're dodging.
and from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, in the real sense. But we don't go into the modality or howness. That's up to Allah.
So in other words, you don't know.
No, not that we don't know. We have given the knowledge that God has given us. But do we have complete knowledge? Absolutely not.
So you don't know. You don't know that hybrid.
No,
That
you have to qualify.
wait, hold on, wait, no, wait. That system that you just said.
see where it's-
Hey, come on, man. That system that you just said.
Yeah.
You are saying that it's a hybrid, but you don't actually know
what the hybrid is.
exactly. You don't know what that is. So in other words, wait. So in other words, for these situations like adultery, for murder, for lying, you actually don't know if it's your free will, so the libertarian side, or if it's been fixed by Allah Himself. You don't know for all situations.
No, you misunderstood.
Because you said there's a hybrid that you can't.
You didn't explain it properly.
That's why I was asking you questions.
No. You misunderstood, Wes. What I'm not claiming is I know.
You said it was a mystery.
Can you? What I never claimed that I know how the decree of God works. What I'm explaining to you is these are amongst the secrets of God. And I
So
just
you're
explained.
appealing to
Wait,
mystery.
One second. Just because I don't know how it operates, does that mean there is a logical contradiction?
Yes.
How
Shall I
much
tell you
do
what? Shall I tell you why? Shall I tell you why? Shall I tell you? No, I'll tell you.
Let me
why.
give an example. Let me give an example.
Okay.
So how much do you know about your soul, the reality of soul? How much do you know?
How much do I know about it?
Do you believe soul exists?
Yes.
How much do you know about your soul?
You could only know so much.
You can only know so much. That's what I'm trying to say. So I never said we have complete knowledge because Allah is Al-Alim. Allah is all-knowing. But we only know what God and His Messenger told us.
How
That's
does
all.
him
Okay.
not knowing
Okay.
lead to
I can.
contradiction?
So with the soul, I can say I know where it originates from. I know what it's accountable to. I know what it
How it
automates.
works, I don't know.
Okay, yeah. How it. So in other words, the material itself, or how, and all of that stuff, I may not know. So the mechanics of it, I may not know that.
Yeah.
But I know what it's accountable for. I know
Yes,
all of
yes.
these things from
You
the
got it,
text.
you got it,
Right.
you got it.
Now, from the text,
Yeah.
you have said that there are two wills of Allah in which there's a hybrid, right?
Yes.
But you are
Of our actions.
you are saying you do not know how those wills work,
Correct.
right? But if you don't know how those wills work, you also don't know how the hybrid works too.
Yeah. I'm
Right.
conceding.
So if you don't know how the hybrid works too, you will not be able to distinguish between whether this is the libertarian will of God or the fixed will of God. So with your sin, you won't know if this is fixed by Allah or it's your free will.
No, I affirm both.
Huh?
I affirm both.
Yeah, you would have to firm both.
Now you
Wait,
have
hold
to,
on.
You have to demonstrate
No,
why
hold
is
on.
that a contradiction.
No, what I'm saying is you would have to firm both out.
How
Wait,
do-
let me
wait,
finish,
wait,
man.
no,
Let
no,
me
wait,
finish.
no,
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 let me
no,
finish.
no, no, no.
You would have to firm both out of your safety, because you know that if it's the free will one, you'll be punished for that. But if it's the fixed one, you won't be. So for the sake of your own safety, you would have to say, I actually need to acknowledge that I'm just going to take it all as free will. But you said it's a hybrid, which you actually don't understand. So well and truly,
I can see that.
let me say, well and truly, as you live your life, you do not know which sins are accountable to your
No,
soul.
with the greatest respect, I think you oversimplified our theology. I said that we have
You
a
said
new...
it was a mystery.
David, are you going to shut
You
up for a
claimed
second?
it was a mystery.
Shut up.
So how can
Shut
you
up.
claim he
Shut up.
oversimplified it?
Shut up.
Rihan,
Fat boy.
Shut up, David.
You're
Shut
going
up.
brave now.
Now, where's
All right. Cool.
With the
I like
greatest-
this.
With the greatest of respect.
Did you understand my
I
question?
understand your point. I think you've oversimplified our position.
But if you said it's
no, we have a nuance.
okay,
We have nuance in our belief in the decree of
Tell
God.
it to us then, Mr. Mystery Man.
Right? What we're saying is that the legislative will of God, that God wished for us to do, that is what we're going to be accountable for. God will not hold us accountable for the things that is not related to our actions. For example, we're not accountable for
But
where
he
we're.
fixes the actions for you.
Hold on,
He
hold on,
judges
hold
you
on,
against the
hold on,
actions
hold on.
business
For
for
example,
you.
God will not hold us accountable to where you're born. We don't believe in
What
caste
he
system.
would
Okay,
do.
wait, one second. We're not accountable for the natural disasters.
Okay.
We're not accountable for where we're born.
Okay.
Where we're gonna die. Or who our parents are. That's not what we're going to be accountable for.
are you accountable for adultery?
Yes. That's God already legislated us do not commit adultery. So
But
that's
then,
what
but then,
we-
if he's fixed that, you just said if he's fixed it to us,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You are acknowledging that, in other words, a man committing adultery is the same as a tornado striking a city, according to Allah's will, His decreed will.
Yeah, but accountability.
Right.
The natural disasters, you're not going to be accountable.
Pardon?
Having cancer, for example. Okay, having cancer, you're not going to be accountable for that.
No, but they're still within the bucket of Allah's decreed will.
Yes.
So they're
No, I'm saying-
fixed.
yes, that's the general. He fixed both his legislative and universe related.
So what is the-
But what we're going to be accountable for is what God told us to do.
But if
I
no
think
one
it's
but if no one is accountable for the tornado, right? How can and the tornado is in the same camp as the adultery? Who can be accountable for the adultery, or who can be accountable for the adultery when it's been decreed by Allah, just like the tornado has been
Yeah,
decreed
but
by Allah?
Again, when you use the term fixed, I'm saying both his legislative will and universe related will. But what you're not going to be accountable for are the things. Are the things that you're not accountable. For example, you're not.
No, you're going to be accountable for the things you're not accountable.
Yeah, you're not going to be accountable for the things that is not within your will. You didn't have a choice of where you're born, correct?
Will.
Yes. No, you didn't have a choice. You didn't have a choice where you're born.
But-
where are you from? You're from.
No, but the thing is,
Wait, hang on.
Does-
God decreed and fixed that you're going to be born in a particular country. That is not within your choice. That's not what you're going to be accountable for.
It's not my fault for the tornado, right?
Yes, correct.
My free will is not there with the tornado,
Yes,
right?
yes.
My free will, according to the text, is not there for the adultery too, because that's fixed, because it's under the bucket of that decreed will.
Again. I'm going to say it once again. When he says fixed, we affirm God fixed both his legislative will and his universe-related will. But you're still accountable for the choices that God has given you, good or evil. But what you'll not be accountable for are the things that you didn't have a choice. For example, you didn't have a choice where you're born. You didn't have a choice.
Is there a
with your
sin we
parents.
don't have a choice for?
Sorry?
Is there a sin that we don't have a choice for?
Is there a sin that you didn't have a choice for?
Yeah. Because the whole point of this is sin.
No.
All right. Look,
That hadith is talking about universe-related will.
but it's sin though. Adultery is
I
sin.
know. So from the human.
So in other words, sin. So in other words, you've got to include that in that universal will,
Yes.
sin occurs.
Yes, I agree.
So that means that sin cannot be accountable to anybody, just like the tornado is not accountable to anyone.